What is going on, everyone? It's Johnny here with Trader X. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel, and I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a day trading recap and show you how my day trading went today. So unfortunately it was a red day. I was down $117.36, right? And that consisted of trading SQQQ and TQQQ, which are triple leverage based ETFs that correlate with the NASDAQ market, right? And so these are all my filled orders. This was a ETF and the price points I bought in and out at, right? And then the time frame. And so I want to go ahead and get right into the breakdown. And so the Nasdaq market overall, in my opinion, today was very choppy. It wasn't trying to find a consistent pattern, right? It was uptrending pre-market. And so right when the market opened, right around 6:30 here, so we saw this pop up. It pulled on back. I decided to get into TQQQ, which pushes up when the Nasdaq does. And I didn't average up on the trade, right? I just wanted to warm up for the day. I got in, made a quick $20 and sold out pretty early, right? And so as this thing continued to push up, it ended up pulling on back here. And I decided to buy in and I averaged up, I believe, but it ultimately didn't break this higher high, which I thought it would, and sold off. So I did lose a bit of money there. And so I also tried this TQQQ play here where I thought, the market was being very bullish. It pulled on back and I thought we were going to continue to make these higher highs, but that didn't play out, unfortunately. And so I had to cut my losses there. And I just really struggled to find direction because as this thing's indicating an uptrend, right, it ends up breaking below the middle VWAP. So this thing starts to sell off hard, pulls up back, and then ultimately recovers, right? Breaks above the middle VWAP, and then, and ultimately gets rejected right around the previous levels, falls, finds a support right around previous support levels, and then pushes up, right? So there wasn't no clear direction in terms of like this thing was consistently uptrending or downtrending on the day. It was more, staying flat and just consolidating. So I personally just found it difficult to trade and figure out the overall direction as it was playing out, during the day today. So that's something that unfortunately, is out of my control, but I need to be able to make sure I implement better habits when it comes to managing my risk, right? So $117 is a bit of a big loss, right? I do have the rest of the week so to continue trading, so I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, I do definitely need to do a better job of managing my risk. And so headed into tomorrow, what are my thoughts on the Nasdaq? As you guys can see, going into a bigger time frame, this thing was being very bullish, right? Riding the 180-day EMA line, right? Making these higher highs, higher lows. It ended up getting rejected, pulling on back, and try to make this higher high again, right? But it found a double top, ended up getting rejected again, trading below the EMA. And now instead of using it as a support, now it's using it as a resistance. So it'll, fall, find a support, peak out again, then get rejected by the EMA, right? It'll fall, peak up, get rejected. It'll fall, pick up again. It got rejected and it's picking up again. It's in the process of doing that. So tomorrow, depending on, where this thing opens, it could ultimately end up start to get rejected again, right? Because it ultimately has been using the EMA as a resistance, right? In order to make these lower lows and lower highs. So that is something we want to look out for and not be too surprised if it does happen, right? This thing could ultimately continue to recover, but it has trend wise recently not been in our favor, right? So that's why we may want to start focusing on SQs again, but like I said, it's depending on where this thing opens. If this thing still has margin to push or if it wants to continue to push, anything can happen at this point, right? We just want to make sure we play both sides, right? We make sure we're not just focused on how it can go in our favor, but also the downside. So that is everything that I wanted to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. And if you guys have any questions at all or anything like that, just leave it down below in the comments and I will go ahead and answer that. And other than that, if you are new and you found any of this helpful at all in general, please drop a like and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you.